Hey guys, how's it going? The name's Somra. Welcome to the channel. This is my first video on YouTube, so I thought it'd only be appropriate to make it about Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is somebody I've been following for years when he was first starting and saying certain things about certain people, and just I think he was a great guy. I think he definitely meant well, and I think he did it in a way and brought up topics that I think were very necessary nowadays. And I know he's really hated, but listen, when you're Kevin Samuels and you say the things you say, you're gonna get some heat. You're not gonna be a likable person, and I'm the type of person that loves that. I hate sheeple mentality. I hate the type of ideas where if somebody thinks a certain way, we just have to blindly accept it and there's no questioning about it. I love the idea of questioning and not blindly accepting certain narratives and seeing why, when, and where. I like being able to go in depth and figuring things out and not just going about some he said, she said, and just blindly accepting that. Like, no, I want to figure out for myself. I want to go and find out for myself and see if this is really the truth or not, and then make my own opinion from that. I was watching this other YouTuber named Steph is Cold. I've also been following him for years. Also a very red pill type of dude. He brought up something about mortality. He brought up a very interesting point about us only having one life, and it really stuck to me. Sometimes we're caught in the motions and we're not even present on the fact that we only have one life. We're here for one time, for a couple of years, and then boom, it's all gone. It's really crazy if you really think about it. Life is quick, and time is something you just never get back. That concept is crazy. Like, we really only have one life. Like, we're here one time, and then it's all over, you know? We have max 80 years of our lives. Well, 80 years is a stretch because 10 years of those you're developing, another 20 of those you're basically dying. And really, the only time you get to live your life fully and to where you get to really experience like the epitome of your existence is in your mid 20s, probably early teens. For me, it was early teens. My teenage years were like the best. I went to school, but I was never doing no work. I was fucking going up, turning up, chilling, kicking it with the girls, going and partying, hanging out with the homies, doing what we do, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, my teenage years were the best, like the best years of my life. It was really my prime, I'd say. Once I got into my early 20s, I kind of started reaping the consequences of that prime. Yeah, it was all downhill from there. My late 20s was just a battle, and that battle made me the warrior that I am today. And I love who I am today. I'm glad I survived it. I'm glad I made it out, and it's all because of people like Kevin Samuels. When I fell from that prime, I would watch Kevin Samuels. I would watch Steph is Cold, just YouTubers, people. I had no other recoil, nowhere else to go. So I would just watch these YouTubers who would motivate me to just get out of this hole that I would basically put myself in. And they pushed me. And yeah, it's crazy to see that nobody's safe, man. Nobody's safe. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could be the richest guy and go bankrupt. You could be the brokest dude and get rich one day. Life is not just go and live, man. Like, live your life. Nah, but it really is crazy to see so many people just fucking happy about this man's death, man. Like, that shit is crazy to me. It's just never been in my soul to see somebody go or see somebody in pain and be like, hell yeah, like that's my shit. Not even my worst enemy, honestly. Whenever I have enemies or anybody I have coming at my neck, man, I just pray for them and I hope that they're doing well. Cause listen, man, I feel like just hatred is just for the weak, dude. Like, how are you even gonna have that in your heart or in your soul? You could just be better, do better. Um, yeah, dude, wanting somebody to die and wanting somebody to go through like something so negative just because you don't like how they think or you disagree with them is just so weak, you know what I'm saying? That's just like a plebe mentality to have, to wish wrong on anybody. Like, how angry are you? How angry do you need to be, to wish or be like that person has family, people care about them, like people are in pain right now, and just because people say things that you disagree with, it just kind of proves them right in a way. You really are kind of like a piece of garbage. If you're happy that somebody died, that shit is whack. But that's just my opinion. Of course, I'm entitled to my own opinion. So are you. I want this channel to be about all freedom. Like if you think something, hey man, you have a right to. If I think something, I have a right to. We all have a right to be whoever the hell we need to be whenever we need to be. You know, there's no such thing as feeling something wrongly. Like if you feel something, it's for a reason, and you should allow yourself to feel that way, or feel what you're going through and expressing it. How you react to what you're feeling is really what makes you the person you are. That's what really dictates either if you're a good person or a bad person. And even then, the good and bad aspect and spectrum is just so ridiculous to me. For something that works for you might not work for me, and something that works for you might not work for me. That doesn't make it bad or good. It just makes it different. Things are different. You know what I'm saying? And when you approach life in that sort of way, you ascend, and essentially you just look at life so much clearer and differently, and you just in a way you become more of a healthy person because you're taking less garbage in, and you're just taking less negative energy into you. So whenever you're just seeing things positively, no matter what, you just automatically give medication and cure to your soul. Like you're consuming positivity. But whenever you go and you're just seeing negativity everywhere you go, even though you disagree, and even though it very might well be negativity, if you're consuming that and you see it as a way as, oh wow, that's negative, instead of seeing it that's just its natural course that it needs to take, be, or to get to where it needs to be, or to grow to the beautiful butterfly that it needs to be, then you grow with that thing. You just grow with everything. Everything turns better, everything turns great. You open more opportunity in your life, and you just become a more abundant person. You attract better things because you're always happy. Who wants to be around a person who's always fucking pissed? You know what I'm saying? A person who's always just walking around there negative. Like nobody wants to party with that person. No one wants to be around you, and people are gonna eventually, like, you're just gonna ruin everybody's vibe to the point where people who don't know how to digest that, like people like me, they are gonna beef with you, and they are gonna call you out, and they are gonna start problems with you, and you're just gonna attract problems everywhere you go. So that's not really something you really want. I mean, it might be, like I said, who am I to say what you want? Who am I to say what you need? But for me, yeah, it's gonna be a no-go. Like I don't need that shit in my life anymore. I don't need negativity, and I don't need positivity. You know, you got to become a person that just doesn't need anything from people. You can't go out there with that neediness and just always needing something, a reaction from someone. You know, I just like to mind my own business. But again, that's my own personality. That's who I am. That's who I've developed to be, and that's been my own experience into what made me who I am. You know, but I digress. And shit is really crazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really even put a lot of research into this myself. I'm not sure how he went. But, I mean, from what I read, for what I glimpsed on Instagram and some posts, they were saying basically that he was with some girl that he had just met, and then he dropped. I mean, I don't know. If you ask me, Kevin looked pretty healthy, but you never know. Just because somebody looks healthy doesn't mean they're actually healthy. I don't know. I mean, he looked like he was doing pretty good, but you never know. That shit's just scary, man, because, like, that's how it really be. Like, a lot of people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to mention it because it's, like, very, like, an unpopular opinion. But I think we really need to wake up to this shit, man. Like, we really, like, need to be aware of our surroundings. And just because other people don't give a fuck about their life doesn't mean you shouldn't. You know, if you're gonna be following this channel for one, and you care about your life, then you should probably be aware about where you are, who you're with, and even then you're not safe, man. So, you know, be careful, because nobody's safe in this shit. And come on, we're not gonna sit here and lie and act like all these girls aren't happy that he's dead and shit. I'm not gonna lie, like, he's not really, like, I wouldn't really come at anybody the way he would come at people, but there is a lot of truth to it. And people hate you. When people hate you, dude, they don't hate you because of no reason. They hate you because there's some truth in what you're saying. So I just think us as men, we need to stick together more. I don't understand why in all these communities, everywhere you go, it's always girls hyping each other up and shit, and it's just like unpopular and uncool, and probably men will just say some weird shit about it and act all weird about it. But no, I'm comfortable with my sexuality. I know who I am, And I always tell my homies I love them. Like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I love you, I love you and shit. And I know what I am. But I feel like as men, it's really shunned for men to show other men support. The very least, support. And I think we need to do that more. I think we need to really stand up. Like, we see what's going on with the Johnny. We see what's going on with the Johnny Depp thing right now. Like, all these people and barely like the social media is being aware that girls lie. Like, dude, listen, I've been in a situation that's similar to that, dude, and it's really hard for me to be compassionate with certain people who like to say, oh, this and that and the third. Like, listen, like, we have courts for a reason. I don't believe that people should go out there and be a detective. Just because somebody goes and screams that they're a victim doesn't mean they are one. And we're seeing that like live and reloaded right now. But anyways, that's a topic for another situation. The thing is, and it's crazy because like so many women right now all over Facebook, all over Twitter and everything, they're saying, "Oh, women are under attack." Women, no, I no, women are not under attack. Shitty people are under attack. Period. You know how many men go to jail for domestic situations, period? Mostly men. You know what I'm saying? That's been for years. Like, it's us paying child support for years, at majority of time. Oh, it's because men want to leave. No, like we just like there is never just one answer for everyone. Like, I understand that there is abusive men. I understand that there is shitty people, but that's what I'm saying. We go to prison for that shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't get off the hook. Women don't, and they do get off the hook. That's the situation that we're seeing right now. We're seeing it unfold with the Johnny Depp. We're seeing it unfold with the Will Smith. We're seeing it unfold with just everything that Kevin Samuel would say, man. Like, I'm not like saying all women because that's bullshit. That's also bullshit. All women are not pieces of shit. I've had great women in my life. I have a great girl that I'm with currently, and she's amazing. You know what I'm saying? She's proved me that not all women are the same, and that is truly amazing. Like, I know for a fact that not all women are the same, but just how there is shitty men, there is shitty women. And we need to open up to that. We need to stop saying that all women are victims and that is period. We're seeing that that's bullshit. And I'm just so grateful that this is finally happening and we're finally just seeing just um the truth. And that's what this I want this channel to just be about: straight truth, no cap, no bullshit. Like, let's get with it and shit. Stay between the terms and service and just get to the point, man, and say really what we feel and really what we mean, and just be like a beacon of truth and get to some sort of actual equality. I'm with that shit. Let's make this channel about that. No sexist shit, no homophobic shit. Like, everybody's welcome. I don't care where you come from, what you do, or anything. That's none of my business. So listen, everybody's welcome in this channel. Let's make a dope ass community. And yeah, let's all kick it and comment and share each other's ideas. And like I said, um free speech is a very broad term. Okay, like, where do we draw the limits, right? And we're gonna see that with the Twitter and Elon Musk situation. Like, where do we draw the line, right? Like, that's the situation. Like, where do we say that's too much? And it is hard because as people, we're all different. Certain things that what might be okay with me might not be okay with the next person, and that is what makes us great as a race, so that we could just all be different and have different ideas and have different um gauges to what we deem acceptable and what we deem unacceptable. Like, that's kind of what makes us interesting and what makes us human. And I'm with that, you know? And I don't know, some people right now are saying as soon as that toxicology comes back, there's gonna be some foul play, and I'm kind of banking on that. I don't know. I don't know if that's what's gonna happen or if that's how it's gonna go down. Maybe there is a way. See, you got to be careful as a man because there's ways to like, it's really easy for us to get heart attacks, and there's ways to incentivize for us to get a heart attack. Like you can't. It's hard to get a heart attack directly, but you could get you could promote a heart attack and boom, you're dead. So we gotta be careful. We just gotta be careful out here and just R.I.P. Kevin Samuels, man. Peace.